and welcome to a very special edition of Michigan Women's Forum. We're here at the beautiful Farmington Community Library in Farmington Hills on 12 Mile Road, and today we're bringing you 4 local authors, local to Farmington Hills, who've each taken a different path to their dream of publishing success. When you were talking about inspiration and what inspires you, all I've ever wanted to be is a writer. From the time I was a child, I loved writing, I loved reading, and I got to college and went, okay, how do I make a living at this? So I got married. And that, I continued to sort of pursue writing, but when you have 2 children in the course of about 18 months, and you move around a few times, and you start to work, and things just sort of fall by the wayside, and my writing was one of the things that just sort of fell by the wayside. Then one day I walked into a newspaper office looking for a part-time job and ended up with a career in journalism that lasted about 20 years. After 20 years in journalism, I found myself working for the Farmington Observer. I was married to the young man back there at the camera, and found all that, found him actually through journalism. So if you're looking for a husband, recommend a career as a reporter. But I found myself working for a company that was changing. The world of journalism is changing, it's evolving. And I wasn't doing what I wanted to do anymore. And the company was getting ready to be bought out, so I thought, well, this is a good time to start looking at something different. The result of that was that I started a company called Forum Communications. I intended to do some marketing, some public relations work, and I also had started a website focusing on women's issues. And publishing a book had always been a dream, but for me it was mystery fiction. I love reading mysteries, so I decided to write one. It's taken me 7 years, but the book is finished, and I am starting to kind of market it myself. What Diane was saying about wanting to get it out there, it's really tough. So as I was trying to get fiction published, I got a little frustrated with that. But my husband has published 5 local history books. He's a trolley historian. So he'd written a book called Farmington Junction, and he published it himself, and he distributed it himself, and promoted it himself. He'd worked with a company called Sheridan Books, which is out of Chelsea. And so when I started thinking seriously about building my business, and my dream of wanting to have a published book, and my column writing, what I hit upon was the book that is out there called One Woman, Memoir and Manifesto.